I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I could pull a rabbit out of a hat. So this is my wish list for the new producer. Not my words, words of Skilo.
I mean, not really the words of Skilo. You did miss out half the fucking song.
Okay, you sing
Yeah.
You
I
do.
wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had wish I had a rabbit in a hat and a 6'4" Impala. I don't fucking remember. I've listened, like, Skilo's an absolute tune, so fully fine with that. But we are wishing. It's our wish list for the new producer. What do we want him to bring in? I mean, let's just riff for a little bit. We don't need to go to the Reddit thread yet. What do we think were some of the shortcomings of Chris Clenshaw as a producer? I've got the first one. The first one for me is I think he's kind of shit at writing romance stories. Like, he's really, like, Chris Clenshaw was a fantastic producer for breaking up established couples. Like fucking Phil and Kat, who were together for like 2 years, gone. Fucking to be fair, I don't have many examples. But like the only romance I'd say he actually did quite well was Even Suki, but that one you can kind of fall over and do it correctly as long as you actually get them together at some point eventually. But I would argue that Chris Clenshaw kind of made a lot of the couples seem like roommates. Like it's just they just live together. Are they in love? Yeah, kind of, but not really.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Do you agree?
To some extent, yeah. I do like his I do like the way he handled relationships. Now my wish list for the new producer is
No, I'm saying he doesn't handle him good though.
yeah. Well, hold on. So my wish list for the new producer is break up Suki and Eve.
Fantastic, great,
Go on,
nuanced take.
go on, do it, lad.
Now a proper one, please.
For Chris Clenshaw's era, it's pointless returns like Ryan Malloy
Yeah,
and Chrissy Watts.
I mean, I guess it wasn't entirely. I mean, Chrissy's return was good.
I know. I need to feed into the EastEnders fan base.
Okay, yeah, but you can make your own opinions. You don't need to play into everybody else's. You have your own brain. You can fucking figure something out that you would like different. You know, Shirley not coming back despite being announced to come back is a bit of a red flag.
It's only September.
A lot of the long running characters did end up, like Ben left, Whitney left. There were a couple of long running characters that really, I think, especially with Sam Mitchell, I think Chris Clenshaw wasn't very good at progressing characters. Like Sam Mitchell has been the same Sam Mitchell since like 2009. Like since she had Ricky, she's not fucking changed. A lot of the characters were just trapped in the same cycle. And when she could have left in February with Ricky to start her new life, she went, "Nah, I'm gonna stay here. Actually, I need to be a good mum." Proceeded to not be a good mum and left in disgrace. Like, for fuck's sake. But yeah. And a lot of characters do just exist. It always happens in soap, for sure. A lot of characters do just exist to serve the, like Harvey. Harvey just exists. But, yeah. But the wish list for the new producer. Instead of what I'd change, how would you make the show better? I like Stacey's Baps as a concept, but I would like to see the Slaters not be poor anymore. Like, I'm fucking sick of seeing the Slaters be poor. Obviously, I get it. It's a big family. It's supposed to be like the McQueens and well, I suppose. I mean, the Slaters are the template for the McQueens and Hollyoaks, but you know, they're supposed to be the poor family, not really got much fucking money in. But I would like the Slaters to stop being poor. Like Stacey's Baps is great, but I would always love to see I don't know. One thing I'd love to see, and I don't think it's happening in this era because the Knights are pretty established. I really would love to see the Slaters run the Vic. I feel like that would be a really fun thing to do. Like, imagine Big Mo behind the fucking bar. Imagine what fucking dodgy shit she'd get up to. She'd have like a fucking betting ring as to who like starts fighting in the fucking Vic first. And
But
Phil is always the odds-on favourite.
like you can't get rid of Elaine. Like you can't.
It's Elaine. There we are.
Yep. Gotta do it.
I wouldn't like. I wouldn't want to. I I want Linda to get a fucking break. I want Linda to get a break, please. Linda has had a fucking hectic 10 years. Give her some time off. Give her some proper time off. What else would I change? One thing I did really like about Clenshaw is he made, other than Ryan Malloy, he did make good use of like short returns. Like Luke's return was pretty good. Jane's return was pretty good. But like the actual long-term returns are kind of 50-50, I'd argue. Like as much as Ian, Peter, and Cindy were brought back as a family, Peter's done the square root of fuck all. Cindy has obviously been a main character, and Ian has been like put to the fucking wayside, with it taking a solid year or so. It's taken like a year and 6 months for him to actually do something, and that's only because Bobby left.
Yeah.
I
guess something to read Reddit.
Yeah, go ahead. Read the Reddit. We'll come up with some more as we go.
So this is, I'll just shout out the username, because this seems quite positive. So,
just you wait. Just you wait. It's Reddit.
Michael Mack 4057 says, "What I hope from the new producer: get rid of the Deadwood characters and characters who just have no point anymore, like Felix, Reese, Callum, Barney, and Freddie. I think we need...
sorry. Hold on. You can't put Reese and fucking... Reese is a main character. He's a villain. He's killed someone. He's not a pointless character. He's got to fucking get justice for killing Debbie. How's Reese a pointless character? Fuck's sake. Callum and Felix, sure. Bernie was just involved in the Keanu stuff, and she's only left to get a break. And fucking Freddy's just been involved in a love triangle. They're not pointless, you just don't like them. Sorry.
I think we may need some new Mitchell women to join the new brothers. We're lacking Mitchell women since the loss of Ronnie, Roxy, Peggy, I understand, Sam, and Glenda. Glenda being Peggy's sister.
Ronnie and Roxy's mum.
Sorry. Some characters returns I'd love to see. Shirley being the obvious one, and Sam. I think she deserves a long.
Sam's
stint.
not coming back for a while, guys.
She
came back. She nearly left in the middle, and then still came back and did nothing. I don't think she's coming back for a while.
No, I don't agree with this next one, Michael. I'm sorry. Get Cat and Alfie back together.
I will say, I do. I think Penny fits in as a Mitchell woman, even though she's not technically a Mitchell, but through her relationship with Harry, she does actually somewhat fit as a Mitchell, in a sense. But yeah, no, they are sorely lacking, especially with Lola being gone. There are no real Mitchell women except for Honey, who has like boosted from all these other women being gone. But also, you kind of want some. Like I said, it was what I was saying like a good couple of years. I don't even know how long ago it was, but it was me saying how you need to kind of correct the cast. Is you need some new Mitchells. So Harry, Barney, Teddy, of course, nailed it. Fucking legend. And you need some new, like, you need some younger Mitchells. You need some more teenagers, because ultimately it is the Mitchells are before the recent was fucking you had Lexi, then you had Ben, then you had Jay, and then you have like Billy and Phil. Like, it doesn't fucking work. So you need like a younger Mitchell group. And with the Brannings, they obviously brought back Lauren and Penny, and Louie and Peter are involved. So they did kind of course correct in there.
This next one I can't agree with, and obviously, if you watch the channel long enough, you understand why. Get Kat and Alfie back together and bring Kat back to main character focus. I bring Kat back to main character focus, okay, but Kat and Alfie, no, please.
I'd be willing to let Kat and Alfie get back together, but they would have to do it really fucking well. Like, we don't need to go into we do this bit every single time, so we're not going to. But 2018 Alfie was a prick, and it ruined Kat and Alfie for both of us. So they would really have to do it well to actually I do think Kat has been really criminally underused. I did enjoy her relationship with Phil. I thought it was a nice little advancing of the character where she was getting out of just being a Slater, being dirt poor and having nothing to her name. But now she's kind of just gone back into the same mold, and it doesn't do the character justice because she's a fucking fantastic soap character. But she's not been used for the last 2 years.
Utilise Cindy for better storyline. She has full potential to be brilliant like she was once in the 90s. The cheating is just boring. So you want her to get better storylines, even though
that's what she did in the 90s.
Have her be the perfect morally grey character. I'm confused.
Nah, Cindy's a bitch. That's who she is. Sorry. I like how everybody's shocked Pikachu that Cindy's cheating on Ian. It's a tale as old as time. That's what Cindy does. She gets bored. She's sat with Ian, who's probably perfect for her because he is nice and he lets her do all of her shit. But he doesn't set her heart on fire. So she looks elsewhere. That's who Cindy is. It's who she always is. And this is probably the best she's gonna get.
Make Elaine feel less panto. And
no.
Give her something to do of her own that isn't just second fiddle starting as a George and Linda.
You can't. You can take the panto. You can't take the panto out of Elaine. It's in her blood. That's who she is as a character. It's in her fucking blood. Nah. It'd be like if you told Peggy to tone it down a bit. Nah. That's the best bit.
Carry on the short stints of past characters so it doesn't feel like they don't exist when they leave Walford. Get Stacey working back in the salon. I low-key hate that she's not slightly glam chav like she used to be.
Slightly glam chav. Love that.
Work around this.
Yeah, that kind of wraps around to my point is I kind of Slater stop being poor, please. Can just like when they made Janine a rich, can the Slaters just suddenly get money and it'd be really funny? Imagine if Big Mo wins at a fucking horse race and all the Slaters are suddenly they're wearing fucking Versace shit and they're kind of like when we saw Karen, where Karen, she got the fucking veneers done, got the fucking full set of teeth sorted, fucking started wearing Burberry. I want to see the Slaters and what they'd do if they had money.
Work around the squares matriarchs more, as that's what soaps are built on. More female villains, as they all just seem to be men constantly. Create a new family.
That has been a pretty big correlation of Clenshaw's era as well. There was a lot of. Now I'm not gonna take this angle because it's what all the fucking incel media fucking. It's all woke, but there were a lot more male villains than female villains in this last era. And ahead of the 6, it was mostly about making all of the men look shit. Because they reasonably were shit. As were the women to most of the men as well. But it has been a bit of a theme.
Create a new family that feels real. Make the nightclub feel like a nightclub again.
What family doesn't feel real is my question.
I guess I'll just read on. It's weird how they've especially done nothing with Felix but kept him around. Yeah, but I wouldn't get rid of him. Give him a storyline. Have him apply and fail to go on Drag Race or something. That might be a bit hard because Drag Race doesn't appear on BBC. Or something a bit of light relief. Could even have a cameo for Rue and Michelle. plenty of serious issues that could be covered too. And how about a big queer romance? So many stories could be told. Yeah, he deserves a chance at something substantial. Agreed.
Yeah.
It bothers me how he barely shows up. Could have a potential with some storylines like racism in the gay community are for one. Yes, I'd really like to see storylines about racism or beauty standards in the gay community. Alternatively, give him a download boyfriend. I mean, preferably Harry. But it could be someone from off the square. It's like
I also want a bisexual character who's not Sonia.
She's bisexual in the schedule fits.
I want a bisexual character who is actually a lot more fluid. Obviously, there are some people who are bisexual who mostly just, they fall in love with whoever the fuck the partner is, which is completely fair enough and reasonable. But I want someone who just sleeps around like a motherfucker.
Max.
And is just an absolute bisexual icon.
It's like the writers don't know what to do, how to do anything with gay characters other than coming out storylines. There are so many potential storylines that you could do with a gay black drag queen character, but literally none of it has been tapped. But they did do Ben's rape storylines, surprisingly well. Besides that, it's been lackluster. Hell, while I don't watch the other subs, but they seem to handle gay characters a lot better. Especially what happened to that Paul fella in Coronation Street.
Yeah, because you clearly know what they're doing with Paul.
Bring
yeah,
back...
that fucking Paul fella in Coronation Street, fucking. I mean, I'll be real with you. Paul didn't really do much until he died. Paul was a bit more like that. Paul in Coronation Street had a sexual abuse storyline as a kid. And it then played into his romance, and they eventually got married, and then he eventually died with motor neurone disease. But other than that, he was kind of just there to exist. But it's the different thing where do you want to make gay characters? Do you want to make it their entire personality that they are gay? Because that's not really fucking on, is it? You know, if you're doing representation, you want to shed light on some gay issues, I guess, and then. But also still, the backbone of the story is their character. It's not their sexuality. But I don't necessarily think it's been a problem with them writing gay characters. I think it's a problem with them just writing characters in general. Like, Felix or not, we've known 100 Felixes that have still existed on the show and done nothing, like Lola. Since 2013 when she had the custody battle storyline. Like, besides that, she just existed until she died. So yeah, interesting point, I guess. But at the end of the day, I don't necessarily think that's the problem.
Where I lie on that is, excuse me. Where I lie on that is, it's hard to do a queer character well unless you actually bring people in who know what it's like and what it's like to go through with that. Because if you have fucking Paul who's 45, he doesn't know anything about gay characters, and then he's writing gay characters and he's like, hello, I'm gay, hello. That's not what a gay character is. I would like some storylines for Felix in the gay community. I think he could. I think Felix could nail it. Him and Tiramisu could nail it. But it also comes down to the fact of, do they want to push Felix? Because if it comes down,
and the answer's no. The answer is definitively no. No, they don't.
No. This might be a wild tech, but it's like if you're in a meeting, right, and you have two cards on the table. One of them says we'll give Felix a storyline. The other one says we'll give Teddy another storyline. What card are you
I'm taking
picking?
Teddy every day.
Yeah. No offense to Felix. It just comes down to when you have too many eggs to cook, you've got to throw some of them in the bin because you just have too many. And that's where you come down to in the soap. It's like you have 600, 60 characters. Only some get screen time. And I'm gonna be honest, Felix is literally there so they can be like, we have a drag queen, let's go. Even though fucking isn't Howie a drag queen as well?
And it's not to denigrate the actor. The actor's great.
Yeah,
He
the
does a
actor's
great job
great.
with everything he's done. It's just he gets one line every like 3 weeks.
Yeah, and again, nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, if it comes down to, like, you have to pick one to do a storyline with, he's going to be put on the back burner, isn't he? Bring back Sam. Yeah, she's needed right now. Well,
Don't think so.
technically, Peggy's is a wine bar. For someone else would have to buy it off Phil to turn it back into a club. I just love the nightclub energy the R&R used to give. More Angie Den when Steve Owen ran it compared to R&R. Even more so Peggy's. Why get rid of Callum? I agree on the Mitch William, but they're easily the best part. I just don't feel like his character belongs anymore, and his outstayed his welcome. I get that, but Callum is a sweetheart. Probably the only likable thing about Ben, but doesn't really have anything to do.
Fucking hell, I'm surprised that's not been downvoted to oblivion.
Why is everyone obsessed with Kat and Alfie together? She was so much better as a character, I feel. Alfie's father is charismatic as a bit of limp lettuce. His Cockney geezer character is so boring now. If they didn't bring Shirley back during the Dean's frontline, she isn't coming back. There's no reason. Felix they bottled with. The same with Barney. Bring these strong potential gay characters in. They don't use them. How many times have we seen Felix in drag? Twice. The same as Barney. What was the point of her coming out when she had one attempt at a relationship and then they turned her into a bitter and twisted gossip? She was incredible in the sixth storyline before she left. She hasn't gone forever, pal.
Yeah.
Bring back.
Like I said, I feel like this storyline was the sixth storyline was them seeing whether Bernie actually stays or not. Because she might even still go because her storyline's naturally reached conclusion. But it also felt like if you were ever going to do it, now it's time to see if she can sink or swim. And she swam. She swam very well. So.
And I guess the last one I'll finish this off with is bring back Chrissy Watts. I'm so sad her return was so short. I wanted her to meet Kat and Sam.
Yeah, but they only had a week, right? I assume they had they had 1 or 2 days of filming max. So and it's left the door open for the future to see if they do want to see her back, or not. I'll just kind of skim through, see what else is going on. Not particularly. I think fundamentally, it's a lot of things. A lot of people have their own very personal gripes because for some people, and I'll make this a bigger point. Some people may not have vibed with the Chris Crenshaw era. Some people may have been like, "Well, you're breaking up the established characters. You're fucking with the current story. You've kind of." And I do start to understand where a lot of the shortcomings are in a sense, because now we are just waiting for the sixth storyline to complete, and we don't really know where it's going to go currently. And I can understand why people may be slightly upset with this period of time, considering now it will complete at the 40th anniversary. But at the end of the day, it was also the thing that got me back into the show fundamentally, and it's probably the reason this channel exists. So, yeah. What do you hope is going to happen with the new executive producer, the new soap boss? What do you think will go on? Tell us in the comment section down below. We have been watching Walford. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to join us in the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.